What's going on, you Sell Anywhere, Lead Anywhere listeners? Those of you who've chosen to live by another code, and that code is not your zip code, you know you can take your talent anywhere. I've got something for you. If you're someone who has ever, like myself, said, gosh, I need to write a book. I need to get a book written out there. And by the way, you can get the Sell Anywhere book for free at DonnieTuttle.com. Just pay shipping. SellAnywhere.com. I'm sorry, DonnieTuttle.com. Get the book. But I'm going to introduce you to someone who can help make this complex thing simple for you. I'm just going to ask you to welcome to the show, Vikrant Shaurya. Hopefully I got the last name correct on that one. Vikrant, welcome to the Sell Anywhere podcast, brother.
Thank you so much, Donnie, for that lovely introduction. Really, really excited for our conversation today.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. All right. So here's the deal. This is the Sell Anywhere podcast. So we have to start out with, where are you at, my man? Where are you at?
Currently, I'm in India. There's a place nearby Mumbai called Pune. It's a lovely place surrounded by mountains and rivers. I love this place. Weather is amazing. But the company is in States. Almost all the writers and editors we have, they are from States. So of course, I go with your philosophy, Sell Anywhere. I'm in India, but almost all the clients we have, they are from States.
Come on. I love it. So here's the thing. There are so many people right now. I think COVID accelerated this whole condition of people saying, I can't go in the office. Now I have to be at home. And then they're like, wait, if I can do this from home, maybe I can do this from other places. And India is one of those other places for a lot of my listeners here. What time is it? What time is it of day there right now? It is. It's 10:13 my time, Eastern Standard Pacific. What is it? What time are we talking there in India?
It is exactly 7:44 p.m.
There it is. Here. See, it's not like 2 or 3 in the morning. So if you had to have a conversation with someone in the States, right? It's totally doable. Totally doable.
Yep.
I'm curious, before we get into, I really want to hear how you do what you do and how you sell to people in the States from India. But before we do that, can you tell us a little bit about Bestsellingbook.com? Can you tell us what you do for people and tell us a little bit about your company?
Yeah, sure. So I own Bestsellingbook.com. Initially, the company's name was The Books Factory because we actually produce book. Everything is completely done for you. We work with entrepreneurs, experts, thought leaders, coaches, consultants in turning their ideas, their book ideas, into best-selling book in just 6 months with our done-for-you solution. So as I mentioned, the initial company's name was The Books Factory, but almost all the books which we're producing, it started becoming bestsellers. So we relaunched and renamed the entire company and made it bestsellingbook.com.
Hey, what a great URL, my man. That's perfect. And I don't know if people understand the, I guess going from idea to book in 6 months, that's pretty stinking, that's pretty cool. Right. That I want to get into how you do that in a second, but I really am interested in the sales part of your story. How do you sell? What is the way that you actually connect with people, sell to people in a different country? What are the barriers? What are the things that are that have been prohibitive, and what are the things that you found to work well when selling to the States?
So definitely, like whether you are in India or in the States or Philippines or any other country, the number one barrier is actually like people don't trust you, right? If you're just starting out, people don't trust you. They really want to see whether you have helped people like them go from point A to point B. If they see good amount of testimonials or case studies, then they want to work with you, whether you are from States or from India or from any other country. So that's the thing which you have to really understand. In case in the beginning, if you don't have the case studies, if you don't have the testimonials, go get them, work with your clients for free. Offer them irresistible offer, let them know that I'll be helping you achieve this outcome. I just need your testimonial. Work with me. Reach out to 100 people, maybe you will get 2 or 3 people interested in working with you, work with them, get the testimonial, and now then use those testimonial on your website and then start selling. So this is the philosophy. This is always in sales. It is always the trust factor. If people trust you, they are sold.
That is so good. That is so good. It's interesting because, and for those of you who are out there listening, and maybe you've had a hard time clearing hurdles, and you're not even selling across the ocean. You're just trying to get into a company. There's such wisdom right here with what Vikrant just now offered. The idea that this is a trust thing. It's a trust thing. It's a time thing. It's a resource thing. But really, it's in the beginning, it's about trust. And so you kind of broke down the idea that you reach out to people that were in your target audience and say, let me help you for free. I just need testimonial, like from what we've done together. And is that how you guys started? Did you guys do that?
For me, it was something different. So when I started out, like I started writing books for myself, then I started helping people with my coaching and consultation. Like now, of course, we offer done-for-you solution, done-for-you services. But initially, I started with coaching and consultation on how exactly people can write and publish books. And I did that for free for a few people. I got some testimonial from there. I had no idea, no clue at that point that I'll be offering this done-for-you solution in the future, right? So when I started helping, when I used those testimonials and case studies and got so many different students and clients, right? Then so many people, they started reaching out to me that, hey, your stuff is good, but we really don't have the time and skill set to sit down and write the book. And I saw this opportunity. I created the company in States and then assembled a team of writers, editors, and designers, marketers. Most of them, they're from States. And I started offering them this done-for-you services. So these clients, they were actually my coaching clients, and they needed something else, right? The more you'll be working with your target audience, you will start seeing different opportunities. You will see more options where you can make more profit and you can serve more high leverage client. Even if you're working with maybe just 5 or 10 clients, in a month, that you can make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So that's the thing which you have to really understand. Like, but you have to first of all work with them for free, just to see that what kind of services or what kind of problem they are facing, and then you can start seeing the different opportunity as well. And meanwhile, you are also building your skill sets, right? You are really sharpening your tools. You are really understanding your core skill set. And if you have some kind of a weaknesses, right? For me, it is just the writing thing. So I'm not a good writer. Yeah. So I'm not a good writer. So you will discover that what are your weaknesses, then start once you start making some money, just simply start hiring different people. And of course, you don't need office. You don't need something like it's completely virtual. You can have people from States or Philippines or from India work with you, work from home, right? So it's really amazing.
Love it. Love it. Love it. There's so much in there. I love the idea. It sounds like you have people who are like a team that's in various parts of the world. How do you keep that organized? I'm curious. How do you keep projects? How do you keep team communication? Do you use like a tool like a Trello or ClickUp or what? How do you keep all of that stuff in order?
For clients' project management.
Yep, with your team.
We use this tool. Yeah. For my team, like I simply use Slack and ClickUp.
ClickUp.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like till last year, I was doing all the team management, but it was like very frustrating. Like I had to do all the day-to-day daily huddles with team and stuff. Then I hired my COO, and now she takes care of everything. I'm out of 99% of the things so that I can simply focus on high leveraged activities. 80% of the things 20% of the things which can really produce 80% of the results.
Yes. Love it. Love it. That's exactly. Now, if you're a business owner, you just described going from being an entrepreneur where you're doing everything to being a true business owner, right? Where you are trusting and you're putting high value people in high value positions so that you can actually focus on your highest value activities. So that's awesome. All right. break it down for us, Vikrant. How, like, I'm going to put you into the mind, into the brain of so many of the people that I work with, and they're the people you work with as well. They know that they have a book in them. They know that it's there. Now, there are certain things they may be thinking, well, I mean, why do I need to write this? What's the profit? Like, I'm just going to take this time to write something. Who would read it? Why should I do it? And it seems too difficult. So I'm going to turn the mic over to you, and you're going to break it down, and you're going to talk to these people and get them to tell them why they need to write it. Why should they write this book? And what are the easiest steps to take in the beginning?
Yeah, first of all, let's cover exactly why you should write a book. The thing is, you need to understand that if you are in an information business, right? For example, if you are a coach or consultant or a speaker or an entrepreneur sharing some kind of ideas or message or stories to the world, you need to write a book. The moment when you write a book, people see you as an expert. People start taking you seriously. And that's a very, very important thing, because in business, it's all about trust and also how you are going to distinguish yourself from other people or other competitions, right? And this writing a book can really help you do that. So this is the number one thing. Now, depending on exactly what do you want to achieve. For example, if you want to generate high quality leads, you can offer a giveaway inside your book in exchange of their email address. So you can have a lead generation funnel inside the book itself, and you can have this lead generation funnel before the table of content itself. And what happens is, for example, when people go on Amazon, even if they are not buying the book, they can click on the book cover. With the help of Look Inside feature, they can read a few pages of the book. They can click on the link, and they can simply get your giveaway in exchange of their email address, and you get their email address. And now with the help of your email marketing sequences, you can offer any services which you have in the back end. It could be coaching, consultation, right? It could be done for you services. The thing which you have to understand is, even if they're not buying the book, they can become your subscribers. And that's a really interesting thing with publishing books. And at the same time, for example, if you're a speaker and you want to get more speaking gigs, so what simply you can do is you can just simply print out or maybe have 100 hardcover premium looking books for yourself, of yours. And then you can find out 100 events who organize speaking events around your topic, and simply send them a gift with your book and a personal handwritten note saying that, hey, like, I think, I also write about this topic, and I know that like you also serve this audience. I just wanted to share this gift with you. If you think that I can offer some kind of a value to your audience, maybe I can talk at your event. The thing is, you can, out of 100, maybe you can get 5 or 6 people wanting to work with you. The thing which you are doing here is, if you charge $5,000 or $10,000 for your speaking gig, and if, for example, $10,000, and if you just get 5 speaking gigs from there, you've just made $50,000.
So I love the money equation of that. A lot of people think that, right, I'm getting whatever the back of the cover says, let's say, I don't know, $16.99 for the book. And, well, now I have to sell, I'm paying this, I'm doing that. I need to sell thousands of these things to make it back. But to your point, it's not about it's like, yes, you can make money on the book. There's no question about it. But it's the more important thing is to leverage this for other things like speaking gigs or for your services. A great example of mine is, for every 4.5 people that actually order my book, one person will buy a $200 course. So even whenever I give my book away for free, really what happens if 1 out of 4 pays for a $200 course? Now really we're talking, this is a $50 book is what it ends up being. That's the math that ends up happening. Are you seeing similar things like that with your people?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. For our clients, the type of clients which we work with, most of them, they have some kind of a high ticket coaching business or a consultation business. Mm-hmm. And they charge $5,000 or $10,000 from their clients. And what we do is, for example, if we offer some kind of a giveaway, And the moment then they get the giveaway, they go to the download page of the giveaway, and they also receive this bonus, that free 20-minute or 30-minute consultation call with the author himself. And they schedule it by Calendly. And then out of 10, we are seeing that 2 people or 3 people become their clients. Right. So we are not just talking about the $200 or $300, just the video course or program. We are charging like really premium and high ticket services in the back end. And that's how like our clients are making really high ROI.
Much more money. Yeah. Much more ROI.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Take me into this, Vikrant. Like, okay, so now you've given a really strong case about why an entrepreneur or a business leader should write a book. But now we have the thing of like, no, man, this is too hard. And so you're going to give me 2 different routes. You're going to like, obviously I know that you can just take this from them and you can drive it for them. But what the person who is just, they want to be in control. What are the easiest steps that someone can take in the beginning to get what's inside of their brain onto paper so that someone could begin to do something with it?
The most simplest thing for them to do is simply hire me.
Okay.
And my team.
So that
okay.
Absolutely. So the do-it-yourselfer. Let's imagine the person's like that says, "No, I'm doing this on my own, and maybe I at least want to get some stuff out here before I even talk to Vikrant." Like that was I'm describing a little bit of myself as I was writing mine. There was the funny thing was I wasn't able to take any steps, Vikrant, until someone simplified it for me. So I paid someone to essentially coach, produce, and do all of the things that, essentially what you're talking about. But I wouldn't have done it if I hadn't put in dollars towards it. And all I had to have was this guy simplified it for me. And so I'm wondering if you could maybe simplify it to some of the book writers that are out there. What would the process look like of like just simply putting this together and kind of getting what's inside the head out onto paper? Let
me go through it step by step, and I'll try to be in brief. The first step they should definitely do is check out the checklist which we use for our done for you clients. And now I have made it public, right? So they can simply go to bestsellingbook.com/checklist. They can download this checklist, print it out, and paste it on their wall where they're actually writing the book. This includes everything, every steps and sub-steps they need to do in order, in the logical sequence, right? They don't have to go here and there. Okay, should I just work on the book cover, or should I work on the title and the subtitle first? Should I write a description first, or should I just create a book outline first? Everything is in proper order, right? And this checklist also comes with a blueprint which explains how to use it. Now, once you have the checklist, then of course you can listen to this as well. So the first step you should definitely do is create your outline quadrant. Right? That's a really, really important thing. What is outline quadrant? Like this is the outline quadrant which we have created for our clients, right? It's our proprietary thing. But this outline quadrant consists of 4 elements: the book idea, why you are writing the book, readers, and the hook of the book. Book idea, of course, most of the people, they have the basic idea of the book. That's fine. Why is the second element. It is really, really important element because this is going to help you identify that how exactly you will be structuring the book. For example, if your goal is to generate high quality leads, you will be structuring the book accordingly. You will be offering some kind of a giveaway inside that. If your goal is to maybe do some personal branding, start sharing your story in the way that it adds some value to your readers without being very salesy or something. If you want to maybe have more coaching clients, start having your client's case study inside your book in the form of adding value. Again, not being very salesy and pushy over here. So depending on your why, you will be writing the entire book, right? So write it down. For every people, why is going to be different. Maybe for some people, it can be all of them, right? Building a personal brand, generating high quality leads, selling your done for you services, or maybe selling your consultation services, coaching services, video courses, whatever it is, write it down. Once you have your why cleared, then comes the readers. Right? Means exactly because you are not writing the book for yourself. You are writing the book for the readers who are going to read the book. Of course, you have gone from point A to point B. You know exactly what's the shortest distance from point A to point B. But now you want your audience or your readers to go from point A to point B. So always write the book by keeping them in their mind, in your mind. So you have to join Facebook groups. You have to maybe check out Quora and Reddit around your topic and see exactly what kind of problem they are facing, right? Ask yourself that what kind of problem or pain these people are experiencing because they haven't read your book yet. What exactly you want them to do the first thing the moment they have completed the book, right? Ask all of these deep diving questions, which is going to help you understand everything about your target audience, what are exactly their problems and what exactly they are desiring, right? Then comes the hook of the book, which is very, very important and crucial element. Hook is going to be the angle of the book, which is going to help you distinguish your book from other books in the market. There are going to be thousands of books, if not millions of books on the same topic. Why your book? How your book is different? Why people should buy your book instead of other books? You have to really, really understand that. So go find out top 50 books in your market, right? On Amazon. You don't have to purchase those books. You can simply click on the book cover and see the look inside feature, find out the table of contents, list down all of the things which they are offering. Also check out the 3-star reviews on all of these books, because these 3-star reviews exactly tell you what is good about the book and what is really missing in the book. Those missing elements you have to include in your book, which is going to be the hook of the book or the uniqueness of the book. So once you have these 4 elements ready, the idea, why, readers, and hook, you have the outline quadrant ready. So you can maybe you can have an A4 sheet, simply create an outline quadrant, write your idea, why, readers, and hook over there, paste it on the wall, and now you have to start creating your book outline, right? And the thing is, like what I'm seeing, that most of the people who are really, really struggling is they don't have working book outline ready before they start. They always start with the chapter number 1.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you have to have a book outline ready. So once you have the book outline quadrant ready, you can really create your working or rough book outline in just 2 hours, max 2 hours max. Otherwise, people take months, sometimes years just to create the book outline. So paste your outline quadrant in front of you, set up an alarm for 30 minutes, and maybe start using MS Word or Google Doc and start writing all the ideas and sub-ideas coming in your mind by looking through the outline quadrant. Keep on writing. Don't stop. Don't think about the logical sequence. Just keep on writing, right? Now, the moment the alarm rings, just stop. Then use some kind of a mind mapping tool like Whimsical or MindMeister or Bubble.us and simply arrange all of these ideas and sub-ideas accordingly. And the main ideas could be the chapters and sub-ideas could be the sub-chapters. Now you have the rough table of content or working book outline ready. It's going to be just a rough book outline. It's going to keep on changing the more you will be writing it, but you have to start. People takes months to write the book outline. You just have to create the book outline in just 2 hours and start writing, right? So these are the initial steps which they have to do in order to kickstart the book writing thing. And of course, there are other things as well.
I want to pause right here and definitely want you to jump in even more. But when I hear you saying what you're saying, like you just simplified something and you said, no months, you get 2 hours. Actually, you get 30 minutes. I love just the simplicity. And sometimes we start with structure. So that's what the quadrant you described in the beginning. We have structure to go from. But the idea is that sometimes there isn't structure. And so what you did was you kind of gave a barrier to that. Because sometimes what I see people do is they try to over-engineer things. And what you're doing is you're allowing creativity to flow. At this point, we're not editing comma, sentences, sentence structure, all of those things. We're letting the soup of the brain kind of spill out. And I just love how you simplified that. And I just wanted to make a comment there. I love that. So what happens next? I got my outline. Now what?
The next step is the actual book writing phase. And of course, you need to understand that this writer's block really exists. It happens with the seasoned authors as well. So how to really fix that is we need to understand that we are living in the 21st century. People are still writing the books the way people used to write in 19th century, right? Maybe people were writing on with pen and paper, or maybe writing on stone, but they're still using the same structure. They are using maybe MS Word or Google Doc, but still they're sitting down and writing the book. The thing we need to understand is every industry has changed, right? Communication, telecommunication, and transportation, and even the publishing industry has changed. Initially, it was traditional publishing. Now, most of the people are going with self-publishing, but the book writing is simply same. We have to really fix this. How you can do that is, instead of you sitting down and writing the book, is most of the people, like, Donnie, like when I talk to them, they're really good at talking their ideas. Right. They're really good at speaking instead of writing. Whenever they start writing, they always freeze. They always get stuck.
Right.
So what's the thing is, like, you have the working outline ready. So instead of you start writing the book, you can start narrating everything. Don't worry about the logical sequence. Start record. Like, there's so many free tools out there. So many free Chrome extension, like, for recording it. You can start recording everything, right? Start recording everything chapter by chapter. And then once it is ready, once all the recording is done, then simply upload all the recordings chapter by chapter on happyscribe.co or rev.com, which is a transcription tool, or you can hire a transcriber as well who can just do the transcription. The thing is, you have your first draft ready. It's going to be completely crap, but you have your first draft ready. People take several years. People take 20 years, 25 years just to create the first draft. Yeah. And it's very, very silly, right? Like a few weeks ago, I was on a podcast with a guy. Just 1 month ago, he was finally able to complete his first draft of the book after 16 years. And the problem was, he used some quotes from different famous people in the book, and then he created the entire content around those quotes. And then once his draft was ready, then he started reaching out to all of these people that, hey, can I use this, your quote in the book? Most of them said no.
Right.
Now he's again went back to the square zero. Like, the entire 16 years completely wasted.
Right.
You don't have to do like that. Your goal is to get your first draft as soon as possible, maybe within a week.
Now, a lot, like I would take it too. I would imagine, are there some people who engage you here? They just say, hey, you've helped me with the outline, or I've got the outline based on your system, and I've got the topics, and I've just spoken and I've recorded all of these things, but gosh, I don't have the time to actually to type it out, to write it out, because I'm like, it does have to get transcribed into something that makes logical sense that a reader would want to read. Do you a lot of times come in here, or like what happens next?
With us, like if they will be hiring us, we work with them since the beginning. Mm-hmm. We work with them from the idea phase. We don't want to do it. We don't want them to do anything. We work with them to create the book outline quadrant. They don't have to write any single word. We work with them to create the book outline, right? We do that thing for them. Then we match them with a perfect angel writer. Then they start writing the book by asking them intelligent questions. You said
angel writer. There is a difference between, it's funny, I love how we've talked about this before. You call your writers angel writers instead of, like, you've heard of the term, most of us have heard of a ghost writer. Describe an angel writer for us.
Actually, the angel writers are actually the hybrid ghost writers. So the problem with ghost writers, and actually most of them, not all of them, but yeah, most of them, 99% of them, is they will be asking you for a book outline, and then they will disappear for 3 months. They will come up with a manuscript after 3 months, and you will hate it. You will not like it, right? Because they have written the book according to their perception, their thoughts, and their ideas and vision of the book, right? But with us, like, what we do is we have weekly calls with our angel writers. Like, means our angel writers simply, depending on your availability, they come on a call with you once or twice a week. They ask you intelligent question for every chapters. First of all, they will start with the outline quadrant, then the book outline, and then they go chapter by chapter. And they will not move to the next chapter until you are happy with the chapter number 1, right? And we offer unlimited revision to make sure that you are really satisfied. The book is written in your voice with your personality. That's the difference between the ghostwriting and the angel writing. They don't care about your voice and your tone and your personality. But we really just care about your product. The book is your product, and it is the number one foundational thing which you have to fix.
Yeah.
And we really, really, really want to make it perfect and make you happy so that you feel that this book is written by you. And also your audience is going to feel that they're reading this author, not some other dude, right?
That's huge.
So
that's huge.
Yeah.
It's interesting. And so my audience doesn't know this. If you follow me on social media, about 50% of my of actually what gets posted, maybe a little bit more, is actually, it's not me writing it. It's actually my son. So, but he's been around me long enough, and we've talked long enough so that he knows how to write like I think. Now, that was something that took us a long, and he's 27 years old. So he's known me for 27 years, and we've been working together for almost a year now. And it's interesting that was a process. And so being able to find people who were trained towards that. What you're actually describing is like, I had someone when I was writing my first book say, hey, yeah, we can ghostwrite it for you. Just give us the topics and send us some recordings of you talking about those topics, and not recordings, but like, have you ever taught or shared or anything on those topics? And I just felt like there was such a low level of trust for me to give my message to someone and allow them to write it. And so that's why it actually took me a little bit longer to write my book than it probably would have in your scenario. But because I wanted to, I guess I was fearful of what a ghostwriter would do with my ideas. Like, this is me. This is what I want to bring to the world. And I think I think there's a lot of people who are listening who would probably say the same of like, hey, ghostwriter, great. I don't have to do the work. But wait, whatever gets put out there, it's not going to look and feel like me. So you solve that with angel writers. I love that. All right. So we've got, go ahead.
Yeah. We have built our own angel writing system. So all these checklists and sub-checklists which our angel writers have to follow just to make sure that they write the book for them in their voice. Like, we have a proper software. How
do you match someone's, like, because it's almost like there is a DNA of the writer. How do you get your angel writers to match up with the writer's DNA, so to speak, or thought DNA? What's like, are any bigger ideas of how that happens, or is it kind of a rigid process?
There are actually 4 or 5 steps which we take. The moment when the client start working with us, we ask them to fill out this book information form, which includes around 10 to 12 questions about the book. And the more they write, the more it is better. But what we do is we have a pool of thousands of angel writers in our influence. We take that application and we distribute to all of them. And usually within just 3 working days, we get more than 55 people wanting to work with this guy or this client. What we do is we shortlist 5 best profile and share it with our clients. And also we share their writing style. We also share their why they think that they are the right fit. And what the client does is they actually go through and scan their profiles and their writing styles. They shortlist 2 or 3, or maybe all of them, and they interview them.
Interesting. Very good. Okay. That's super cool.
And then they decide, okay, I want to work with this guy, because so in case if they're not able to find someone best from these 5 people, we send another batch of 5 people.
Love it. That's actually that's very similar to how, so I have an audiobook. You guys can get it on Audible, Sell Anywhere. But the audiobook was very, very, very similar. I didn't record it myself. I probably will with the next one. Hired talent to do that, but it was very, very similar. And I'm very pleased with the guy who did the voice talent, and it was very similar. So yeah, and I was very happy with the process. So I love how you're taking away, Vikrant, some of the, I don't want to say objections, but there's just some thoughts that people who want to hold these things so tightly might have. And now you're loosening that grip, and now we're helping them to say, hey, someone else can help you along with this. Someone else can help you along with this. How much time, Vikrant, once we get to that, so let's just, for those people who actually want to contribute and continue to write, and actually be involved in that part. Let's just say, like, no, I don't want an angel writer. I want my words in this. I'm working with you, but I want my words. How much time should they be spending writing on a regular basis?
we get 10 to 20% clients like who have this mentality. They want to work with the angel writer so that they can brainstorm with them. They can also get some ideas from them. They are also writing, and the client also writes the book. And we are fine with that. Like, we don't have a kind of very, 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 very rigid system. It's kind of an open up, like depending on the clients. Some of our clients, they don't even write a single word. Actually, most of them. But some clients, they want to be involved completely in the entire book writing process. They also share so much of writing resources of theirs, some presentations, some slides, some past recordings as well. But the thing is, the basic idea is simply same. Like, we get on a call with them every week, and we brainstorm with them. And then, of course, like they write the book, and eventually it is the final say of the client that, okay, I'm happy with the chapter 1, we can move to the next chapter. So yeah, we have done it. But talking about exactly how much time they should do, it completely depends on the clients. Okay. Means, for example, if it is it requires a lot of research, then it can take up to maybe 5 hours or 6 hours every week if they're fine. But yeah, on average, 5 to 6 hours, if you're giving that, then that's more than sufficient with us.
Love it. Well, our time is drawing short, but I do want to cover something, because you don't just help people write books that get them gigs and all of those other things. You also help them create best-selling books. And so I'm assuming that that's on a lot. I know a lot of that's on like Amazon best-selling. Talk to me. Is that just a vanity thing for someone to say I'm a bestseller? Is there a reason for having that? Talk to us about the bestseller book part of it.
We offer 3 packages for bestseller. One is Amazon bestseller. Second is Wall Street Journal. The third is USA Today. We get them on all these different platforms, guaranteed, depending on their requirement. So yeah, with Amazon bestseller, it is not very complicated. So what you can do is you have to find out the right categories with more profitability and less competition. There are some tools out there like Publisher Rocket, through which you can find out that, okay, so maybe in this category, the number 1 book is selling around 500 copies. So your goal is to get more than 500 sales in one day, so that your book can outrank the number 1 book and you can become a number 1 best-selling author.
There you go.
So that's the scenario with Amazon. Talking about Wall Street Journal and USA Today, you have to get around 5,000 to 7,000 sales in a week for ebook to hit bestseller on that platform. So see, the thing is, like, if you get on Wall Street Journal and USA Today, like, of course, it is more highly leveraged, and of course you can do that. The pricing is more, or the investment is more on that. But even if you're going with the Amazon bestseller, it doesn't matter. It's all about how exactly you're leveraging the book. We have so many clients like one of our client, he is in a physical product business. Like, he doesn't have any kind of information products, right? He has created this solution for diabetes to cure diabetes naturally. It is a kind of an alternative of insulin, right? And now he wanted to write this book and to explain his product. It's a very technical book. But what he did is actually he wrote the book, and of course, like, we wrote the book for him, and then we also helped him become bestseller in diabetes category. Then he used that book to get on so many podcasts, so many TV and different traditional medias. And then he was able to double his business within just 6 months. The thing which he did was like, all the best customers he had, like, who were getting his products on recurring most of the month. So he distributed this copy for free to them along with the product. And what it did is, now when they were going through the book, they exactly understood how this product works in their body. This pill works, which actually is helping me. And they are now telling about this product to all of their friends and families who had diabetes.
Oh, wow.
Right. So his product skyrocketed. Like, it's kind of a word of mouth. So the thing is, like, it doesn't matter whether you are a Wall Street Journal bestseller or a New York Times bestseller or a US Today or a New York or any other platform. It always boils down to exactly how you are using the book. Even if you are, for example, if even if you're a New York Times bestseller, but you don't know at all that how exactly to use this book to get clients or build your brand or get speaking gigs, it doesn't matter, right? So yeah, like it really help you. Like, of course, Amazon bestseller, or you can call yourself international bestseller because Amazon is an international market. And that can help you out. Like, you can have that international bestseller tag on your LinkedIn, on your different social media profile. So yeah, even if you're going with Amazon bestseller, that could work.
Love it. Man, this has been very, very good. Vikrant, I know that some people are going to want to get in touch with you. And I know that you have a really nice giveaway in terms of your checklist. Can you tell us how to find you as a human? And then anything you'd like to offer to people to get them out of their own way and get them writing their book? How can we get in touch with you, and where can we find the information you were talking about earlier?
So people can simply visit bestsellingbook.com. There are plenty of testimonials and case studies on the website itself, like on how people are actually using our services to turn their ideas into a best-selling book, and how exactly they're leveraging their book to get massive profit in the back end. So if you think that we are the right fit, then people can simply schedule a call with us by going to bestsellingbook.com/call. If they want to reach out to me directly, I'm very more active on LinkedIn. They can simply search me, simply search Vikrant Shaurya, and they can find me. Or maybe they can simply Google me, Vikrant Shaurya. And I guess the first link which is coming, it is from LinkedIn. They can simply send me hi and would love to chat. For those people who want to write the book themselves, but they really should check out bestsellingbook.com/checklist, which has every steps in order, which is going to help you in your publishing journey very, very much. So yeah, all of these resources are there.
Vikrant, thank you so much for hanging out with us. That's Vikrant, last name Shaurya. Find him on LinkedIn, download the stuff, go to bestsellingbook.com. Get your book outside, guys. If it stays inside, it can help no one. You are a gift. You got to bring this stuff out to the rest of us. Share your magic with us. And maybe Vikrant's the tool to help you do that. But go make it happen. And just like always, I'm going to tell you this. Your talent is not limited to your zip code. If you can sell anywhere, if you can lead anywhere, then you can sell and lead everywhere. Until next time.